Hello viewers, hopefully this is working again. It's been a while since I did a video, but I figured I'd do another one on Come Deliverance. This was originally just going to be sort of a day in the life type thing. However, I ran into a situation where I left my machine sitting for a while and had it on the pause menu. And when I came back, it was no longer on pause, and my character's almost starving and on the verge of unconscious, so I had to use the bed there. And now it's almost middle of the afternoon, 2 days later, and technically I only rented the room for 1 day. So let's see, sun is towards the west, it's a little after lunch. So I gotta go looking for a fellow that's lost out in the wilderness. I've leveled up my character a little bit. I've bought a new horse. I've bought a new saddle. He can carry way more cargo. Figured out a little bit more of the game, and we're heading up to the site of a recent battle. Privlislavets, I think is how you would pronounce that. Let me just make sure that the quest is actually active. Hopefully it hasn't timed out and failed it. Lost in the Woods, that's the one that I'm trying to do. Okay, so he should be out in the woods on this marker here, shown in this area. I suspect he's not going to be in the best of shape. Now, I'm near Tamburg, and ideally I want to head up to Blacksmith on the way out of town because I got some armor that could use repairing. Let me just figure out where I gotta go for that. The quarry. We'll go to the quarry first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's the quarry over there, but I know it's a pretty sheer cliff right next to it. So I can't go down into exactly that spot.
Yeah.
What the hell? That is one athletic horse if he can get up on the roof of that place.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
Fix my gear.
Take care.
I'm not even going to haggle with him. I used to haggle all the time, but I got cash to burn now. I could use a little bit of food, though. And I happen to know they got a cook pot over here by their campfire. Having been here once before. Alright, so I should be able to just follow this road and then take the river to the north.
Yeah.
And this has to do with one of the DLCs I picked up for the game on sale. It's called From the Ashes, and you have to actually rebuild this town that's been abandoned for, I guess, years. Which was recently the site of a huge battle with some outlaws that had taken over the place. As you can see, the new horse is part mountain goat. Now I'm in a reasonably good spot here, so I think I'm going to do a quick save. And actually, still got poison on the sword and the arrows. Some people might be shocked by that. Poison on your swords, they say. How could you do such a dishonorable thing? Well, the thing about that is that I'll be sure to tell everybody about the guy that fought without poison on his sword and how he died honorably. And luckily, I'll still be around to tell the story. It's like that episode of Game of Thrones where, I think his name was Bronn, is helping Tyrion out at the Vale. And he's got to fight as his champion for him, and has a big battle in the throne room and ends up killing a guy and throwing him through the, what do they call it, the moon door, to fall to his death after being stabbed. And they're complaining, "You did not fight honorably." And he points at the guy that just went out the door and he goes, "No, but he did." I think the lesson learned there is that the survivor gets to decide what the honorable thing was. Alright, so he should be somewhere in this here area. We'll make sure we've got the appropriate arrows selected. Yes, we do. I take it this is the guy's camp that I'm looking for. Seems kind of deserted though. And that yellow on the compass there indicates that I'm inside of a search area. I don't think a bow is going to help me too much if I got to do close quarter combat here. Sometimes it gets a little flaky trying to vault over a wall. Now even that tiny little nap saves my game. Got a locked chest here. Seems a little suspicious that there would be nobody around. Another locked chest. Now I've been using the bow a little bit more. Just because if I got to deal with these guys at range, there's a good chance I can take them out before they even get close enough to surround me. Wait, bandit?
What a shitty day. I need a good scrap to cheer me up.
How are these guys bandits?
Murder! 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 God! You call that back? Got weaker than
Ouch.
God! Come here, lily liver. What's up? Shit yourself?
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh. What the hell was that? Bollocks! Call that combat. Cass it. Come here, little. Yo! Is that all
Dude, ow. Okay, well that did not go quite as smoothly as I would have liked.
Raise the alarm! Watch out! Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! To arms! Get over here! Hey! All of you! Gather here! Oh, Christ! Now you're in deep shit.
Deep shit, you say? From you? I really don't think you are going to enjoy this. How about it, buddy? Did you enjoy that? You said you were going to. Okay, yeah, I didn't go in there with the bow firing initially because I wasn't sure whether or not those guys were enemies or friendlies. Once I saw that they're bandits, though, obviously they're enemies. And I think I could probably take another one of those health potions. But I didn't completely die, so it could have been worse. And another sword, a little bit of loot to sell. Another axe, another shield. And I found out after the last episode that you don't actually need to be close to your horse in order to transfer stuff. So I wonder if there was only the 4 of them or if one got away. Clearly that'll be what happened to the guy I'm here looking for.
being held captive. Help! Thank you.
My pleasure. Sir Divish sent me to find you. And it looks like I arrived just in time.
God's truth.
I'm Henry of Scalith.
My name is Marius Belek, Master Locator. Sir Divish sent me here to survey the area.
Well, the outlaws are out of the way, so we can go and report to him, right?
Not just yet. Those bastards caught me as soon as I arrived. And so far all I've seen is the inside of the tent they tied me up in. I still have a job to do. Come along with me if you like. We'll report to Sir Divish afterwards.
I'll escort you then. At least I can make sure you don't get caught again.
What? Are there more of those bandits around?
No, I just meant... Never mind. Should we get going?
What are you playing at with that weapon?
What am I playing at? Dude, there's not so much playing going on here. Let's loot some bodies here. 400 for that, 150 for that, 300 for that, 430 for that, 250 for that. Those are cheap but useful. Expensive. Deer hide, I think I had somebody asking for some of those. Ooh, definitely want my arrows back. Not exactly listening to what this guy's got to say. And I'm starting to get a little bit selective in the stuff that I pick up because I've got kind of a crazy amount of cash at this point. Right now I'm at about 14,000. And I'm over encumbered. Where the hell did that guy go? Maybe I better move some of this to the horse. Okay. He's down there somewhere. I'm playing this with headphones, so I've got somewhat directional hearing. Plus I can see where the shield is. Oh, there he is.
There's quite a lot of space here. It just needs clearing thoroughly. Then we could even fit stables here.
Indeed we could. Look at all those damn nettles. Back in the early game, those were a decent source of income, and you can pick them fast.
Main approach road and the stream.
When we attacked the place, we came across this bridge. Had a little bit of trouble with some archers. But they were quickly overcome.
This bridge needs reinforcing. It won't last long in this condition. I reckon it would make sense to build a weir over the stream down there. The water here is clean and can be used to supply the village until we sink a well. It's a good thing we have this stream. No point in building without a water source.
I was just going to say that exact thing.
Supplies and trade will flow through here. I can't even see past the trees and ruins whether there's room for anything there. But at least the trees are strong and healthy. All we need is a few good woodcutters, and we won't have to bring in any timber from elsewhere.
Let's not forget an ale house to keep all the woodcutters happy.
Stone foundations. They'll come in handy, and we're close to the stream.
Maybe a miller? They typically use like a water wheel to set up a grinding stone and then grind wheat into flour. I wonder if other types of grain work. Clearly I know nothing about milling.
Lots of space here.
Not as much with all your tents here.
There's a well here already. All the better.
Sweet. Oh, I guess that's the well. I mean, it used to be an established town. It just got
Big
attacked.
space, clean water, close to the village green. A good site for an inn. That's that then. The most essential surveying is done.
So, Master Locator, ready to start building?
There's a long way to go before that. The few ruins that are left are basically beyond repair. It's all overgrown with brush.
Oh dear.
We'll have to get it all cleared before we can start rebuilding it.
So it is possible to rebuild everything?
Yes, absolutely.
But building a whole village is no small enterprise.
We'll need timber, lots of it, which isn't a problem in the middle of the woods, of course. We'll have to hire wage labor to begin with. Quite a lot of men. I think we should get started without delay. There's a lot of work involved, but it'll be well worth the effort. I can just imagine it. The church will dominate the whole settlement.
Oh, that's good news. When will you inform Sir Divish?
Why wait? I'll head to Talmberg right away. But would you keep an eye on things here in the meantime? It would be rather embarrassing to run into more bandits when I return with Sir Divish.
No problem. I'll be right here.
It shouldn't take us long.
That would be embarrassing.
My lord, welcome to Pribyslavitz. That is to say, welcome back to Pribyslavitz after all these years. Well, what's left of it.
Not to worry, Marius. I'm glad to be back in my old hamlet. Although, it seems to have aged about as gracefully as I have over the years.
I beg to differ, sir. It's quite dilapidated, unlike your good self, but at least it's safe now. Thanks in part to Henry here, who also saved me from a predicament that cost me valuable time. Who knows? If it hadn't been for him, we might not even be talking now.
Well, lad, in the end, you managed things in your own way, I see. Just as you said you would.
I did my best, sir. I won't bother you with the details, sir. You have more important matters to attend to.
Let's get down to the matter in hand, shall we? What state is Pribyslavitz in?
Sir, in my official capacity as locator, I am gratified to inform you that the hamlet of Pribyslavitz may be renewed. And indeed it offers prospects of considerable expansion beyond its former limits.
Splendid! Finally, some good news for this province.
And badly needed, too.
So, what have you discovered so far? I want to know all the details.
We had a scout around.
We conducted a basic survey, from which we can make a preliminary outline of the parcels. I already have in my head an initial plan of what can be built where.
We should certainly have a church. I'd like to preserve the existing one.
That should present no serious obstacles. The building is in much better condition than we anticipated. But extensive reconstruction will be required.
That's to be expected.
There's a stream here, and a well, right in the middle of the village.
Yes, and there are abundant woods around. Clearing them will provide both extra land and timber supplies that we can use right away.
Right now, I believe we're standing on the village green, aren't we?
The future green, that is. The village centre will comprise at least 6 large buildings to begin with. We can't fit any more than that here, so there will be other buildings away from the square. In particular, more extensive structures.
I'm glad to hear it. I never expected you'd find so much space here in the middle of the woods. The building work we're about to engage in is only the first part of my plan. Later, we'll clear more forest for agricultural land, and build more farmhouses. But, for now, we'll have to focus on more sensible goals.
As you wish, my lord.
Rebuilding a whole village must cost a king's ransom, though.
It's true it won't come cheap. Before the tradesmen settle here and start producing and trading, it will be necessary to invest a certain amount of capital.
A certain amount? How much exactly?
I wouldn't venture to state a precise amount at this point, but I expect it will come to some thousands, even tens of thousands of groschen.
That much? I think you're good at haggling.
We shall, of course, attempt to procure everything at the best possible price, but raising a settlement from the ashes you see around you is a costly business. Nevertheless, I can assure you, my lord, that if all goes well, the investment shall all come back to you with interest.
I hope I shall live to enjoy it, Master Marius.
A village isn't a village without villagers. You'll need new subjects. Even preparing the ground for building will need lots of labor. Where can we find so many people, sir?
You sound skeptical, lad. But it's a good question. I've already given it some thought. I've agreed with Radzik and Hanish that we shall make an announcement in Rattay to invite people to move here and help with the construction, which will bring them many benefits, but also obligations. In addition, I expect the prospects of a new home will appeal to your former Skalitz neighbors, more than a makeshift camp by the castle walls.
They'll be delighted, sir.
A splendid solution, sir. I've also been concerned about how to bring settlers here. But now it seems there will be no shortage of new inhabitants after all.
It seems things are finally looking up. We routed the bandits in battle, and Henry took care of the remnants. When can we get to work?
Right away, as far as I'm concerned. All we need is people and the necessary funds. And we'll need someone to keep order, at least in the interim.
True. I'll leave you some of my men.
If I may, I would recommend quickly appointing a bailiff to take responsibility for the renewal of the village, its coffers and its citizens.
True. First things first. Since you understand these matters best, you shall take charge of the land parceling and building works. You'll be available to the bailiff, but answerable directly to me.
I'd be honored, sir. Thank you.
And, as regards the office of bailiff, what about you, Henry?
Yes, sir?
You've proven yourself well. You've demonstrated that you're capable of solving problems, and you command the respect of your former Skalitz neighbors.
Well, I'm not so sure.
And you're also capable of maintaining law and order.
I must concur.
So, let us expedite matters. Henry, I hereby appoint you to the office of bailiff of the hamlet of Pribyslavitz, in my domain.
My lord, it's a great honor. Thank you.
You will oversee the initial renewal and administration of the village that will set the ground for further development. But don't imagine it'll be a bed of roses, lad. Being bailiff doesn't mean you can do whatever you like. If you don't treat the settlers rightly, I'll soon find out and relieve you of your office. Besides, we can't spare a single groschen from the Talmberg coffers now, with the province in chaos. So, you'll have to cover the cost for the building work from your own purse.
Me? But Marius said it would cost a fortune.
True, but from what I hear, you know how to get your hands on coin enough. So, I expect you'll manage it just fine.
I'd like to know who's been spreading such gossip.
And I am assigning you certain specific tasks. You must ensure the rebuilding of the church. That means complete reconstruction, wall paintings, and a new altar. See to it that in the future, the village will be capable of supporting a certain number of people. For that, you will need to ensure the construction of essential artisans' buildings. And ultimately, the village must produce sufficient earnings to fund further expansion.
But, sir, I've never done...
I understand your concerns, but you'll be handsomely rewarded. I shall grant you the proceeds from the whole village for the first 5 years, and you have my permission to use the surrounding woods and land as you see fit.
Well, that's, I mean... Are you sure I'm the right man for the job, sir? It's a lot of responsibility.
As you said yourself, Henry, it's a great honor. Besides, you won't be alone in it. I'll assist you and supervise the construction work.
Phew. All right, then.
So, we're agreed. You'll give this document to the Rete bailiff. He'll make the announcement to invite settlers, which should ensure enough people to begin work. At the same time, your official appointment as bailiff will be announced.
I don't know what to say, sir.
I'm sure you won't disappoint me, Henry. And now I must get back to my duties at Talmberg. Send word when everything is prepared.
Certainly, sir. Have a safe journey.
Farewell, sir.
So it seems to me I kind of got shafted on that. I got to pay for the construction of the buildings, but he can fire me at any time? I don't know about that system. And nobody's moved these bandits out yet? What the hell is going on here? Oh, didn't realize I left something valuable there. Yeah, I think these guys might have respawned their loot or something. It's not like me to leave this much stuff. Alright, dead guys. Now all we gotta do is take you out and throw you in the woods. Now, I wonder if I have enough time to get back to Rattay to enter the tournament. And sell off some of this loot. And my storage's no longer poisoned. All right, noble steed, let's ride. Now, I got a decent quantity of loot. So, smart thing to do. Save the game.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Bring it on! Chop you to pieces, you rat!
Alright, so the bandits are not quite as dangerous to me as they used to be at one point. Don't want to just leave that poor bastard to bleed out at the roadside. That wouldn't be the Christian thing to do. An unknown potion. One of these days I gotta try eating one of those things and see what happens. Guys don't have a lot of cash on them. Oh, and the other thing that I meant to do is to repair up my armor. So for that I go to the other tab, start at the bottom, use the tailor's kit. Then the blacksmith's kit. Then the armorer's kit. And this is building levels on the maintenance skill. Words are hard. Let's see, do I have any perks that I can use? Vitality. Regenerating health, of course I want that. Yeah, I guess I'll take that one too. A while ago I did a potion to respec all of my perk points. And some I haven't exactly decided on yet. That seems like a good one. I can avail bath wench services for free. There's certain perks that go with that too. Or character buffs rather. Yeah, that seems like it'd be a good one. I honestly never end up using any of these combos. In fact, I'm not even going to bother to spend that last one. Ah, the maintenance skill. What can I do with that? That seems like a good one to have. Noise of armor is 20% lower. The dog one seems like it'd be good, but I need level 10 for that. And I get a new perk point at level 10 anyways. So I'll take the slim fit one. Okay, that's it. I've used them all up except drinking. And drinking I don't want to use up. On the road again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, one interesting thing about this is that if you reload the last save, those bandits aren't necessarily going to attack in the same place or the same bandits. That seems like it's kind of randomly spawned. $110 arrows, that's not bad. The food's pretty much all spoiled though. The headscarf's not really worth much. But it doesn't weigh much, so I'll take it anyways. What is this camp you're referring to? A woodcutter's camp, maybe? I guess so. haven't fully exposed the map. All right, well now I'm out of the woods. I can pretty much just head cross country.
Yeah.
What the hell is a devil's furrow?
Yeah.
I got some weird little bits of historical information in this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't really time that right. You can jump across creeks and ditches and stuff like that. Unlike Red Dead 2, there's no particular advantage to staying on roads. Your horse doesn't seem to move any faster. Okay, we're kind of getting to the point where we're going to have to go through the woods again. Follow this road and I'll take the right at the next tee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, it has been a bit since my last save. Smart thing to do might be to save again. Still got plenty of carry capacity on the horse. Oh, but I am over encumbered, so I should deal with that. Just in case we get into a fight. Which is why I was checking to see how much capacity the horse still had.
Yeah.
I got a couple of friends from Skalitz that want to try to take up banditry. Not exactly sure it's a good idea. Consider the number of bandits I've murdered. Well, technically defended myself from. But they're just as dead either way.
Yeah.
Gotta go south more.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That hill's getting pretty steep. Okay, so we're going to go downstream and then we're almost there.
Yeah.
Just up the road behind me is where the site of that bandit camp from the previous video was. And technically I could probably sell off a bunch of stuff there. But I can get more for it at the Rattay mill. That guy loves me. I made him rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this guy's gonna buy a bunch of my stuff. So we go to the horse. And I am thoroughly overloaded at this point. But I'm curious what my total is going to be.
With you.
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that.
And he'll buy stolen or non-stolen goods. Okay, so he's got 14... Oh, no, I've got 14,000. He's got 41,000. I think he started with like 1,000 or something like that. All right, so let's just start adding stuff to the basket. Funny he wants to buy rotten meat. But I guess there's no accounting for bad taste. Okay, nothing there. Okay, looks like that's it. So, he wants to give me 1,700 for that stuff. I'm going to haggle him up to hopefully
talk
over a
about the
little
price.
$2,000. A little over $2,000.
All right, so.
I'll ask for a little more than 2, and he's going to make me a counter
Is this
offer.
enough?
A nice sum. Just lower your demands a little and we'll agree.
Just a little.
Aye, that would do it.
Okay, so I got 2,000 from him. And keep in mind that when I started this episode and I was leaving the inn, I was basically completely empty. I didn't have anything that I'm not carrying now. So everything I sold was the trip out to that settlement, the bandits that I stripped there, and stuff that I got on the way back. So that's not too bad for one little adventure. And I think I'm probably going to shut the video off at this point, and that'll be a long enough episode. I'll probably start recording another one when I go up to town and check out the tournament. I think it's probably too late in the day to compete in that. Sun's well after noon, so I would say probably 3 in the afternoon if I was to check it on the clock. But that might be too late. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Come back for the next one if you want to see more gameplay on this one or possibly another game. Thanks for watching. Bye.